There is something strangely satisfying about a monitor that just does its job without trying to be the center of attention. This 23-inch display from Dell has been around the block, but it still manages to hold its own in a world obsessed with curved screens and massive ultrawides. When you first set it up, the build quality is the first thing that hits you. It feels solid, sturdy, and honestly, it has that utilitarian charm that makes you feel like you are sitting at a proper workstation rather than a gaming setup. The stand is a highlight here because it actually lets you adjust the height and tilt with a smooth, deliberate motion that feels far more premium than the flimsy plastic legs you see on cheaper panels today. Now, the visual experience is where this thing really earns its keep. It uses an IPS panel, which is a massive win for anyone who spends hours staring at spreadsheets or editing photos. The colors are punchy and accurate, and the viewing angles are wide enough that you can lean back or shift around in your chair without the image washing out or turning into a weird, inverted mess. It hits that standard 1080p resolution, which at 23 inches keeps everything looking crisp and sharp. You are not going to find any pixelation here unless you are practically pressing your nose against the glass. What stands out, though, is the LED backlight. It keeps the power draw reasonable and gives the screen a nice, even brightness across the board. It is not going to blind you with HDR-level intensity, but for a standard office environment or a home study, it is perfectly balanced. There is a slight quirk, though. If you are a competitive gamer, you might notice the 8-millisecond response time. It is not exactly built for high-speed Twitch shooters, and you might catch a tiny bit of ghosting if you are really looking for it during fast-paced action. For everything else, like browsing, writing, or watching videos, it is perfectly fine. One thing that might catch some people off guard is the screen surface. It has a bit of a glossy finish, which makes colors pop, but it can be a magnet for reflections if you have a bright window directly behind you. You might find yourself adjusting the blinds or the angle of the screen just to get that perfect glare-free view. It is a small trade-off for the clarity you get, but it is worth keeping in mind if your desk is in a sun-drenched room. At the end of the day, this monitor is a reminder that you do not always need the latest, flashiest tech to get good results. It is reliable, the color reproduction is genuinely impressive for its class, and the ergonomics are spot on. If you can find one in good shape, it is a fantastic way to get a high-quality display without breaking the bank. It is not trying to change the world, but it is definitely going to make your daily screen time a whole lot more pleasant.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.